Yeah, so we have concluded our meeting with IPIT, where we came as an organization to try and get the report back on this complaint we submitted on the 21st of June 2022, the complaint regarding the role police officers, the role they played in light of the Phala Phala scandal. What is upsetting and so disappointing is the fact that after a year in which we submitted the complaint, the report and the investigation is still not concluded. Secondly, that the investigation that was done on the protectors of Mr. Mashatile, the Deputy President, IPIT was able to act swiftly and effect arrest on those protectors. Yet on this particular matter, IPIT has done nothing to arrest people that kidnapped and tortured women in Phala Phala. And what is more even upsetting now is the fact that the people that tortured, people, kidnapped people, and broke the rules and respective legislation are still under the employ of SAPS, are still getting paid, and they used at the same time state resources to investigate a personal matter of one man, Mr. Ramaphosa, that is still protected even now by all of these institutions. It was the Reserve Bank, it was SARS, now clearly it is IPIT that is protecting each and every person that has got something to do with Phala Phala. Thank you.
Video qeda kuyibona yango 2023 ngiyacabanga kwaku-October. Emveni kokuba i-ATM yayibhalile yafaka i-complaint yavula icala ne-IPIT ngomhla ka-1 kuJune 2022. Emveni kokuba kuvele iskandal mayelana nodaba lwePhala Phala, ngifisa ukuthi sithi sifika kwi-report ye-IPIT lena ebi-classified, lena yaba classified, i-IPIT ya report ukuthi classified ngomhla ka-5 kuMarch 2025. Yayi classified udaba lakhona lalisuka kule cala lele lalifakwe noma kule complaint yayifakwe uVuyo Zungula mayelana nokuziphatha kwamaphoyisa. Ngifisa nje sike sibuyele emumva kancane ngoba ama-political parties ngokwehlukahlukana kwabo ane-role ayidlalile. ATM iyona yafaka i-complaint kwi-IPIT ukuze i-IPIT igcine sil-investigator lolu daba lolu. Emveni kuba sil-investigatile, uma siqedile uku-investigator kwase kuthiwa udaba lu-classified. Ama-political parties ahlukene ukungenela kwe-Action SA ke lapha. Action SA yayisithatha igxathu lokuthi no, nayo izoya enkantolo ngoba ifuna ukuthi lolu daba lu-declassify. Kwahamba isikhathi, uMinister uSenzo Mchunu wamiswa, kwafakwa u-acting minister ku-Professor Feroz Kachala, othe mayifika yena wasazi ukuthi i-IPIT izolidedela udaba lakhona alisekho classified. Namhlanje i-Action SA i-release-leke i-report yonke yePhala Phala, yonke le bebeyilwela. Okusho ukuthi uma sifuna sikhulume ngamaqembu ezepolitiki abe nesandla kuyonke lento eyenzakalayo, i-ATM okuyiyona eyafaka i-complaint. I-Action SA uma seyiphumile i-report sebethi i-classified, baze bathatha igxathu ukuthi baye enkantolo, baze balwa nanoma sekuthiwa isi-declassified kodwa ngeke iphume ukuthi ibone umphakathi. Yibona abalwile njengoba kuyibo futhi bakhipha ilink yokuthi uma ufuna ukuyifunda bayikhipha, basinikeza yona sayithola ngoba ngizoyifunda nje. So ngenzela ukuthi sazi ukuthi kwenzakalani. Then ngo-2024 ngoNovember 17 i-ATM ibambisene ne-EFF base beye enkantolo. Lisathintwa lona udaba lwePhala Phala kodwa alisekho ngamaphoyisa, selingo-president ngqo nesinqumo esathathwa i-National Assembly. Kodwa-ke ngifuna ukuthi siyehlukanise lento ukuze sizokwazi ukuyizwa kahle. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi icacile lento lokuthi udaba lwe-IPIT luthinta amaphoyisa agada upresident nalawa asebenza eduze kwakhe. Ithi ngisho njalo. Asifundeke nayo i-complaint ye-ATM. Isihloko sithi IPIT's position on the investigation of the alleged conduct of the police on the theft of the Phala Phala farm. IPIT received a letter of complaint from the ATM party dated 21 June 2022, requesting the Directorate to investigate the alleged conduct of the police on the theft at the President's Phala farm. It is worth noting that the complaint from the ATM party does not fall squarely on the IPID mandate in terms of Section 28(1) of the IPID Act, which specifies a list of offences that can be exclusively investigated by IPID. Section 28(1)(h) provides that IPID can investigate any offences referred to it as a result of a decision by the Executive Director or, if requested by the Minister, MEC or Secretary of Police. The complaint by ATM has not been fully assessed by IPID because of the limited information contained on the complaint letter. The Directorate has requested the author of the letter from the ATM to present himself to IPID for an interview. The request for the ATM representative to present themselves to IPID for an interview forms part of investigation. However, the interview process will assist IPID to assess whether a full investigation is warranted on the alleged conduct of the police at the Phala farm matter. It is after the formal statement that has been obtained from the ATM that the Executive Director of IPID will make a determination on whether such case can fully be investigated by IPID under Section 28(1) in bracket 1 in bracket H. Funde na Phala report ke ithi Independent Police Investigation Directorate National Specialized Investigation Team. Subject: negative SAPS disciplinary recommendations in terms of Section 30 of IPID Act 1 of 2011. IPID classification, Section 28 in bracket 1 in bracket H. Any other matter referred to it as a result of a decision by an Executive Director or, if so requested by the Minister, an MEC or Secretary, as the case may be. Reference number, IPID reference number CCN 2022-070-130, misconduct. SAPS members lawo are implicated: Major General W.P. Rodi and Constable H.H. Rekhoto. 81. Summary of allegations. The complainant in this matter is Honorable Violet Zungula, President of the African Transformation Movement, ATM, and a Member of Parliament. He alleged that President Ramaphosa's head of Presidential Protection Unit, Major General W.P. Rodi, in cahoots with some senior SAPS officials, misconducted themselves in terms of the manner as described details in Mr. Arthur Fraser's affidavit. He further alleged that Major General Rodi and these senior SAPS members' actions amount to carrying out illegal and unlawful instruction, which include the following: not reporting a crime in terms of Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act 12 of 2004, Section 34 in bracket 1 in bracket PRECA. Not reporting prescribed offences in terms of Section 13 in bracket 2 of SAPS Act 68 of 1995. Conduct an undercover investigation. Unlawful apprehension of suspects. Unlawful handling of stolen loot, including not reporting to the SAPS. Unlawful collaboration of former SAPS members serving members SAPS Crime Intelligence Unit. Unlawful interrogation of suspects. Kidnapping. Unlawful border crossing by Major General Rodi. Unlawful use of official government resources and bribery of suspension to conceal the event that took place at Phala on the 9th of February 2020. The complainant further alleged that News 24 reported that National Commissioner Fani Masemola and his predecessor, Kehla Sithole bear some knowledge into this matter. It further reported that Major General Rudi called crime intelligence boss General Peter Jacobs for manpower and resources to probe the dollar heist. The complainant further alleged that South African authorities met with an unknown commissioner from Namibia at No Man's Land on the 19th of June 2020. This alleged meeting was also referred to in paragraph 11 of the media statement dated 16 June 2020 by Lieutenant General S.H. Ndeitunga, OMS of Namibia Police Force. It is alleged that the two parties agreed that the matter is sensitive and may cause fallout in South Africa. The complainant requested an investigation to establish whether or not taxpayers' money was used to pay for the trips to No Man's Land, where meetings was held with Namibian authorities using a chartered helicopter. The complainant further requested that systematic corruption as indicated in Section 28 in bracket 1 and bracket 2 of the IPID Act be also investigated. The complainant also alleged that the members involved must be charged for failing to report burglary in terms of Section 29 in bracket 1 in bracket A and B of the IPID Act, which he believes that IPID Act compels them to report such matters. Upon registration of the case, as per the allegations made, IPID made an undertaking to conduct investigation focusing on the transgression of the SAPS Departmental Police Prescript. Nabe besachaza ukuthi yini into yafika yabekwa uVuyo Zungula, iziphi le insolo afika azibeka emveni base bemlalelile base bebona ukuthi no kufanele bayiphenye lento, kodwa insolo zonke sebezibekile. Seqele lapha ku number 4, investigations findings. 4.1 IPID investigation was able to identify 2 SAPS members, namely Major General W.P. Rudi and Constable H.H. Rigoto, as the individuals who were mostly involved in the alleged cover-up of the theft from the Palapalas farm. Both members were approached and were given opportunity to respond to the allegations made against them. On 2023, January 19, Constable H.H. Rigoto was summoned to IPID office for an interview with IPID investigations and was provided with a list of questions to respond to in a form of sworn affidavit which was received on the 31st of January 2023. On the 25th of January 2023, IPID investigators approached Major General Rudi and was also given a set of questions to respond which were in relation to the allegations against him, and they requested to be given opportunities to consult with his legal representative. However, he indicated that he will be able to submit the statement soon after the State of the Nation address. Major General W.P. Rudi did not respond to the questions. However, IPID took a decision to proceed with the investigation as the Directorate does not coerce anybody to provide information to amplify the quality of its investigation. IPID investigation, therefore, necessitated the analysis of the available evidence gathered against both Major General W.P. Rudi and Constable H.H. Rigoto. IPID investigation revealed that Major General W.P. Rudi was informed on 2020 by the President, was informed by the President that money from sales of animal was missing from his farm. He promised the President to report this incident to his superior and revert back to him. Section 13 in bracket 2 SAPS Act 68 of 1995 stipulate that where a member becomes aware that a prescribed offense has been committed, he or she shall inform his commanding officer thereof as soon as possible. Investigation also revealed that according to SAPS approved national and provincial organizational structures 2020, 2021, 2023 and 2024 and policy number 3 of 2018, President Protection Service Major General WP Rudi was directly reporting to the National Commissioner General KJ Stoll. In this case, Major General Rudi says he reported this matter to the late Lieutenant General Mfazi and not to the National Commissioner. Major General WP Rudi made himself answerable on the contravention of Section 13 in bracket 2 SAPS Act 68 of 1995. Investigation further revealed that then General KJ Stoll was never informed about the alleged breach of security and theft of money from President Farm. He only became aware of the allegations in the media after his retirement. According to Major General WP Rudi, the late Lieutenant General Mfazi requested him to gather a preliminary information about the incident and potentially suspect to the alleged breach of security. There is nowhere in both Major General WP Rudi's statement reporting the missing money from sales of the animals from the Phala farms to the late Lieutenant General Mfazi. Major General WP Rudi says in his statement that it is beyond his scope of his work to be allocated matters or cases docket conduct criminal investigation. Major General WP Rudi failed to register or ensure the case docket of housebreaking and theft was registered after the president reported a crime to him to be investigated by dedicated investigators attached a specific SAPS investigating unit. What Major General WP Rudi is saying, supra and in his statement, it is an admission and acknowledgement of carrying out an unlawful instruction from the late General Mfazi. Major General WP Rudi, even though he acknowledges the unlawfulness of the instruction from Lieutenant General Mfazi, as the case may be, he proceeded to conduct such investigation without bringing this unlawful instruction to his immediate line manager, then National Commissioner General Ketla Stoll. On 3 and 4 March 2020, Major General WP Rudi interviewed the alleged theft suspect, Ms. Floriana Joseph and Mr. David Joseph, regarding the housebreaking and theft of cash at Phala farm. In his statement, he states that he read to Ms. and Mr. Joseph their rights without mentioning which right he was referring to. The Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, Section 35 1 and 2, deals with the right of people who are arrested for allegedly committing an offense and those who are detained and sentenced prisoners. To date, we do not know how and which rights were read to Mr. and Mrs. Joseph and Miss Joseph. This was one of the questions posed to Major General WP Rudi, and it remained unanswered. IPIT investigation further revealed that a gentleman known as Mr. Nick arrived in the Phala farm while Major General Rudi was busy interviewing Mr. David Joseph. He came with an unknown gentleman and another suspect named Thomas, whose hands were tied at his back with the cable ties. Mr. Nick arrives at Phala with Major General Rudi was busy interviewing other suspects cannot be deemed as coincidental. He would not have arrived at Phala farm without invitation of Major General Rudi, as he was the only one instructed to conduct the preliminary investigation into the breach of security at the president's farm. The only interference one can draw is that Mr. Nick was part of the team that was set up by Major General Rudi to trace and track the suspect involved in Phala farm theft. Thus, insinuating the unlawful apprehension and interrogations of the alleged suspect. On 2020 March 7, Major General Rudi wrote a letter to Operational Support Section Head Brigadier Biela and the Section Head Finance and Administration Colonel Ralete, requesting Constable H.H. Rikoto and his driver Mr. J.S. Mahlangu to travel to Cape Town for meeting with Office of the President and perform driving duties. Constable H.H. Rikoto was to leave Pretoria on the 7th of March 2020 for Cape Town and return to Pretoria on the 20th of March 2020. Mr. Mahlangu was to leave Pretoria on the 7th of March for Cape Town and return on the 13th of March. Bearing in mind that when the request was done, it was during COVID-19 pandemic and physical meetings were discouraged in terms of COVID-19 regulations, Constable H.H. Rikoto returned to Pretoria on the 16th of March 2020 and Mr. Mahlangu returned on the 13th of March. This instruction to travel to Cape Town came after Constable H.H. Rikoto was informed by Mr. David Joseph, his alleged source, on the 4th of March 2020 that suspects of Phala-Phala are in Cape Town. This information was also communicated to Major General Rudi by Constable H.H. Rikoto, hence instructed him to come to Cape Town under pretext that he was going to attend meeting with Office of the President. Major General Rudi, in his supplementary statement to Public Protector, says on the 10th or 11th March 2020, while in Cape Town, he received a call from Constable H.H. Rikoto. Constable H.H. Rikoto informed him that he has received information from the sources that suspect of theft from Phala-Phala bought vehicles from Baron in Kolenborg, Cape Town. He knew this information long before this date when he instructed Constable Rikoto to travel to Cape Town. It was about this information. 3 days after Major General W.P. Rudi received this information from Constable H.H. Rikoto, he instructed him and Mr. Mahlangu to travel to Cape Town. When Major General Rudi wrote a request letter to finance and he falsified the purpose of the trip as to attend meeting with the Office of the President and driving duties while knowing that they are following up on information on Phala-Phala farm theft suspects. Constable H.H. Rikoto spent 8 days in Cape Town conducting surveillance and in confirming certain addresses of the alleged suspect who stole from the President's farm. The only document that Constable H.H. Rikoto was able to produce as a proof of this role and visit in Cape Town is the investigation draft note that he crafted. Based on Constable H.H. Rikoto's investigation note, he was well aware that a crime was committed at the President's farm. This note also confirmed that he was not conducting investigation with Major General Rudi. According to Constable H.H. Rikoto's job description, one of his duties is to render legal support and advice on legislative issues to the component head Presidential Protection Service. As a legal person and a police officer, Constable Rikoto received information together with Major General Rudi on the 3rd of March 2020 and on the 4th of March that certain individuals committed housebreaking and theft at the President's farm. Constable H.H. Rikoto failed or ignored to interpret information received and advise Major General Rudi that this matter need to be reported to the police for further investigation purposes as it is beyond their scope of work. Investigation further revealed that Major General Rudi abused his power and resources of the South African Police Service, according to then National Commissioner General K.J. Sithole. Major General Rudi is not supposed to have a dedicated driver unless it is by means of a submission of a motivated application outlining a specific situational incident According to General KJ Stoll, it does not recall approving such application. Investigation further revealed that on 26-27 June 2020, Major General Rudi traveled to Upington en route to Namibia and stayed at Skrodeneus Guest House with Dr. Pejani Chauke, the presidential envoy for Africa, and Warrant Officer Reuters. Investigation further revealed that Dr. Pejani Chauke, Major General W.P. Rudi, and Warrant Officer Reuters traveled together in one vehicle, BMW X5, registration number HZ24SRGP, but the invoice from the Skrodehoys Guest House depicts that 4 units were booked by Major General Rudi. Warrant Officer Reuters had his own invoice for 2 nights, 25 to 27 March 2020, according to Ms. Teresa from Skrodehoys Guest House. When they book guests at their establishment, that is done by means of booking rooms in the name of person doing reservation, not individuals. On the 26th June 2020, Major General Rudi and Dr. Pejani Chauke traveled to Namibia and Warrant Officer Reuters remained in Upington. According to General KJ Stoll, Policy on Risk Management System Protection Packages, Dr. Pejani Chauke is not permitted to use the resources of SAPS VIP unit, as he is not mentioned as a VIP in the above-mentioned policy. Dr. Pejani Chauke is supposed to use presidential budget to travel unless directed by President or by the security situational demand. This demand is governed by special authority granted, but in the memo submitted by Major General W.P. Rudi for General Stoll's approval, there was no request for approval of Dr. Pejani Chauke's expenses. The approval was for Major General Rudi and Warrant Officer Reuters. Loabamshiye Upington. Investigation further revealed that when Major General Rudi completed his itinerary and claim forms, he indicated the purpose of his trip was for presidential protection duties in Windhoek, whereas in the memo he indicated different purpose that he was instructed by the President Cyril Ramaphosa to accompany Dr. Pejani Chauke to Namibia. On the 25-26 of June 2020, investigation also revealed that Dr. Pejani Chauke is not mentioned or listed as VIP in the Policy of Risk Management System Protection Packages. IPID recommendations. Based on the above information contained in the case file, IPID recommends that disciplinary steps be taken against Major General W.P. Rudi and Constable H.H. Rikoto. The following provision regulations 5(3) of the SAPS 2016 disciplinary regulation have relevance in the merits of this case. Regulation 5(3) fails to comply with or contravenes an act, regulation, or legal obligation contravention of Section 13(2) of the SAPS Act 68 of 1995, which state that where a member becomes aware that prescribed offense has been committed, he or she shall inform his commanding officer, therefore, as soon as possible. Contravention of Presidential Protection Service Policy number 3 of 2018, which state that the component head is accountable to the National Commissioner and SAPS approved national and provincial organization structures, which stipulate that the component head of Presidential Protection Service reports directly to the National Commissioner. Okusho ukuthi njengoba bona ba reporta ku Lieutenant General Mfazi baba rongwa kufuneka ba reporta ku General Khehla Stoll. Asibambe la kodwa sowuzwile kama recommendations. Uyazi ngendaba ye-IPID ukuthi funeka investigate uma isiqedile uku-investigate ithathe lolo daba lelo ilinikeza amaphoyisa National Commissioner ukuthi kube yibona abathatha inqumo ngoba ukusebenza kwabo kuphelela lapho. Sekungamaphoyisa akazobona ufuneka enze njani. Benginjani ngikufundele le report nonyazi ukuthi angiyifundanga yonke. Ngathele manje ukufunda kudala ngifunda isilungu. Angiyibambi kodwa nje ngenzela ukuthi wazi ukuthi yini le bifihliwe kangaka. Le benza ukuthi le lokhuzana ibe classified ukuthi bekungafanele kuvele ukuthi labantu abasebenzela uPresident Ramaphosa abalandelanga umthetho. Kunalokho bazithathela bona umthetho ngokwabo. Akuthinteka amaphoyisa kuphela, kuthinteka even uDr Bhejani Chauke. Uma ukhumbula uDr Bhejani Chauke uyena lo owakhuluma noPaulo Sullivan ukuthi aka-recommend ukuthi obani abantu abangase babe National Commission. Angazi noma usayikhumbula nalo nto leyo.